Hey guys, Super Dave here. This video is 5 tips on how to flip a house. Before we get into it, let's go over what flipping a house is. I know you've heard about wholesaling and flipping, but it's a pretty basic process, and here it is. You got to go out and buy a house, and you need to find value in that house. Then you go in and add value to it and do a renovation. Then you sell the house for more than you bought it for and more than the renovation, and you make a profit. So that's the basic process. You're going out there looking for a house that's a really good distressed value. You do a renovation to it to make it better, clean it up, put some paint on it, whatever it needs. Then you put it on the market and you sell it and you make a profit. The first step in this is knowing the values of these properties. Don't try to do it yourself. Don't try to go to a house and say, I think it'll be worth this much when I'm done. You need to bring in a realtor. You need to bring in the professionals. They do this all day, every day. They know value. They're going to go into their computer systems. They're going to pull comps. They're going to see other houses that are similar to the house that you're getting ready to work on. And they're going to tell you the value of the property when you're done with your renovation. And that's the number that's very important. So when you go into a project and you buy a house, bring a realtor with you. And bring the realtor and say, when I do this to the house, when I do this renovation, what's the value going to be when I'm finished? Don't try to guess it on your own. Bring in the professionals and let them tell you what the value is when you have the finished product, and make sure there's a profit there. Step number 2, you need to bring along a general contractor. Have him come with you and walk him through the house. Tell him what you're going to do to the property. Now, on that note, bathrooms and kitchens are the most important. That's where you need to focus. Everything else is just halls and walls and bedrooms. So you really need to focus on a really good kitchen and really good bathrooms, because the wife is usually the decision maker. So that's where your focus needs to be. So when you're doing this estimate, go through in detail. Have your general contractor with you. You're looking at the house, you haven't bought it yet, and take him through the whole property and tell him everything you want to do to get it to the finished product. Have him go and write an estimate for you in detail, what it's going to cost and how long it's going to take him to do the work. I've seen people make huge mistakes here. They walk into a house, they decide what they're going to do to it, and then they look up in the air and say, it should cost about $100,000. They're throwing numbers in the air, and that's when you can really get yourself into trouble. You need to bring the professional, you need to bring a general contractor with you and have him understand exactly what your dream is and what your plans are, and have him put that in writing so you can say, I'm gonna buy the house for 100. The renovation is going to cost 50, and I can sell it for 200. You need to know these numbers before you buy the house. So that's step number 2. When you do your estimate, do it with a general contractor, have him write the estimate down and give a time frame and a price. Step number 3 in flipping houses is it all starts at the very beginning. You have to find a good deal. You can't buy a retail house at a retail value, do a retail value renovation, and expect to make any money. The art here is find a deal. And you're wondering, well, how do I find these underpriced deals? You have to be creative. You can go down the courthouse and you can look for foreclosures. You can go on websites and find foreclosures in your area. You can talk to attorneys and find estates and estate sales. You can talk to people in the community and find distress. Find out if there's a divorce or there's a distress situation happening in a household and they're ready to dump the property and it's a problem for them. That's your job. You have to go out there and find a good deal. That's where it all starts, because you want the price of the house to be as low as possible. You need to do a reasonable renovation. And then when you put the house on the market to sell it, now you have value. You bought a house at a low price. You did a reasonable renovation, and it's on the market for sale below the market value. And that's where your profit is, and that's where you're going to make all your money. So that's the step we're talking about here. Make sure when you buy that house to flip, you get a really good deal on it. Now, step number 4, and this is a little tip from Super Dave. What you're going to do is you're going to buy the house. You've decided it's a good value. You're going to do a renovation to the property. You've talked to a general contractor. You know what it's going to cost, and you're getting ready to go to the bank and borrow the money. So you go and meet with your banker and you say, I found a house and it's going to cost $100,000 to buy. These are just example numbers. And it's going to cost $50,000 to do the renovation. Well, before you give them that number, add 10% to it. It's something I've done for years because 2 things happen. Things always go over and cost you more, and things always take longer than you thought they were going to take. So you have holding cost. While you're holding this house and renovating it and working on it, you've got payments and you have holding cost. So you need to protect yourself. So when you know the exact number of your construction loan, add 10% to it. Get that extra 10% so it doesn't come out of your pocket. So when you go over time, you go over budget, some things you didn't think about, you have a little pad there. You have a little protection. So it doesn't go into your pocket, it comes out of the construction loan. Now, step number 5 is make sure while you're renovating the house, you need to be patient. You need to finish. Don't let people come walking through the house when it's half baked and half done. That's no good. You need to have a finished product because they're going to walk in and you kind of see what it's going to be like finished, but all they see is a huge mess. And you could lose a lot of good buyers this way. So you have to be patient. Go ahead and get the house completely done before anybody looks at it. Now, another step here is I believe in staging. To put some furniture in the house. Go ahead and put a couch in the living room. Let them know where they can sit if they're going to watch TV. Go into the kitchen, put a little table. Let them know where they're going to eat when they're going to have their dinner. I don't stage all the bedrooms, but I like to stage the master bedroom. Show them where their bed's going to be. Maybe there's room in there for a little couch or a TV. Put up some light artwork. Do a little bit of staging in the house. Paint the picture to say, this is how I'm going to live if I come look at this house. So it's 2 parts here. Finish the house. Get it all the way done. Get it clean. Get it finished before anybody looks at it. Then when you get to that finished state, go ahead and put some furniture in there and stage it and make it look nice. Now you're ready to sell the house. Okay guys, I hope that helped you out. I've flipped a lot of houses in my career. I've made a lot of money at it, and I hope this helps you out. So if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up button, and hit the notification if you want to know when I'm doing my next video, and make some comments below. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thank you.